The men who died, who gave that light to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
All right, welcome to this week's edition of Waking Up the Outdoors with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN, brought to you in part by our good friends out at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage. Hey, do you need storage for your camper, your trailer, your boat, whatever? Give my friends Tracy, Dick, or Danielle a call over at 515-822-1362, and they will take great care of you over there at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage at Carlisle. I'll tell you more about them later in the show. We are broadcasting live out at the Iowa Cubs. We're at Principal Park right now, overlooking a beautiful view of the city. Hunter and I have got it made. Storm rain starting to clear out a little bit. Looks like we got some clear skies. I can see the Capitol, and man, what a beautiful sight, folks, to see all that green grass and everything over there at Principal Park. Andrew is manning the controls at the station, and it's going to be a fun day here at the park. It's the Outdoors Day at the park. It's a celebration of all the outdoors folks in Iowa. If you like to hunt, fish, kayak, go camping, it's all for you today. And I'll tell you more about that later in the show, but it's exciting to be here. I'm actually sitting, Hunter and I are actually sitting in the press box right now. And I've done a lot of things in my broadcasting career. I've been doing this, I figured this out yesterday. I had something come up on Facebook, a memory. And this is going on my 20th year of broadcasting here in central Iowa for doing the Outdoors Dan Show. Could you believe that? 20 years. But this is the first time I think I've ever sat in the press box and did the show. So it's pretty cool. I'm always excited when we get to do something new. And Hunter was nice enough to get up this morning and get out here, poor fella. I mean, I don't want to get up this early unless I'm out hunting or fishing. But he's got us on the controls and keeping us on the air here at Principal Park. So we got a fun show. We're going to talk about habitat for a little bit today. We got Dr. Grant Woods on, and Grant is probably one of the most knowledgeable people when it comes to habitat and what we need to do to keep our turkeys, our pheasant, our quail, our deer, everything that we'd like to see or go after in the fall on our properties thriving and showing. And my phone light is on. Why is my phone light on? That's weird. Showing us that we have a good amount of game. So we're going to visit with him, and then in the 8 o'clock hour, Andrew Quillen. We had one of the Cub players lined up. Hunter, what was his name?
Kyle Ryan.
Kyle Ryan. We had Kyle set up to do the show, but guess what? He got called up, and he's at the Big Cubs again. So, say la vie, do the Maya show or go to the Big Cubs. I'd probably go to the Big Cubs. Yeah. Better food, anyway, So, anyway, let's go over to the phones. And, Andrew, hey, before we do that, Andrew, you doing okay? Everything good at the station?
Yeah, everything's going pretty well here.
All right. Just want to make sure you're taken care of, little buddy. So, you got Grant on the line for me?
Sure do.
Well, let's go say hi to Dr. Grant Woods. How you doing, Grant?
Good morning, Dan. How are you?
I'm good. I'm sitting here at Principal Park, and that's the AAA affiliate for the Chicago Cubs. They're having a celebration for all the outdoors today, so hunting, fishing, and all that, which is kind of neat. And I'm in the press box overlooking the field right now. Grant, probably doesn't get much better than that unless I'm in a tree stand.
That sounds like a great place to be. A lot of baseball guys. I work with a lot of baseball players because they're, of course, off in the hunting season and enjoying. I won't mention any names, but I worked for one well-known baseball player for several years, and he was like, boy, I kind of want to make the playoffs, but I don't want to make the series because I need to be home hunting during that time.
I've got to meet a lot of the players from doing the show down in St. Louis for 25 years on the Big 550. I got to, Albert Pujols. I got to set up a bow for Albert Pujols and Eli Marrero, who was his catcher at the time. And I got to meet, gosh darn it, I got to meet a couple of other guys and some of the St. Louis Blues hockey players too. And you know what, Grant, it's so fun to sit there. You want to talk to them about baseball and stuff, and they just want to talk hunting. I got a chance to take Whitey Herzog and Red Shaning's pheasant hunting one time, And I tell you what, I could really care less about the hunting that day. I wish I could have brought everybody with me just to hear the stories I heard when we were eating lunch. It was simply amazing.
Mm. Yeah, and that's one of the great things about hunting is everyone literally pulls their pants on one leg at a time. It's just a great, from all spectrums of life. It's just something we can all enjoy.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, I need to say good morning to a bunch of people on Facebook. They're watching us on Facebook Live right now. We got Fish and Dave, we got Jay, we got Tony, Dan Larson, Kenny. So thanks for everybody checking us out on Facebook Live this morning. We appreciate that. So, Grant, I've known you for a long, long time. I haven't talked to you in a while. I came across some stuff this spring because I was just getting hammered with folks calling me about turkeys. They weren't seeing or hearing birds, and it wasn't just in Iowa. It was in Missouri where I went. It was down in Kansas. It was in over in Illinois, Nebraska. A lot of folks are concerned about the lack of turkeys or the turkey population in the Midwest especially. And, talking with Jim Coffey, our turkey biologist here in Iowa, and Renell Ty down in Missouri, a lot of it has to do with habitat.
It does. I mean, turkeys, quail, pheasants, it all boils down to if they can have a successful nest. Because if you can have one bird make 10, and you're going to lose some to predation or whatever, guys, that population can grow and sustain a lot of hunting and, a lot of good things going on. But in Missouri, for several years now, depending on the part of the state, that recruitment has been about one, and it's up and down just a little bit. Average of one poult per hen. So what that probably means is 9 hens lost their nest and one successfully raised 10 on average.
Yeah. Well,
and so when you're barely replacing yourself, the population's going to decline because there's always going to be predation.
Yeah, and that's the first thing out of everybody's either their text or email was, what are we going to do about the predators and stuff? I mean, I hardly got anything about habitat. And everybody always goes to the top 3, raccoons, skunks, and, possums and stuff like that. But it's just, I've learned so much from this year from just talking with everybody. I didn't know that a normal successful clutch, or, if a hen has that 10 to 12 eggs, if they get 30% survival on the poults, that's considered a success. I would have thought it would have been higher than that, but 30% is...
No, 30 would be huge, and I don't think any state in America is anywhere close to that right now.
Yeah.
Nowhere close. The only state I know that's close to that is Hawaii, and you may not know this, there are very few ground-based predators, and turkeys sleep on the ground over there.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of people don't even know, it's shocking, a lot of people don't even know Hawaii's got turkeys.
Well, they didn't originally. They were brought over there by a bunch of diesel fuel pushing them. But and so when you don't have ground-based predators, it's amazing how quick those turkeys learn to, heck, I don't need to fly out in the tree. I'll just sleep right here.
Yeah.
And that should tell us all how big an influence predators have. And I'm a habitat guy, but I got to tell you, and I've had this conversation with the Missouri Department of Conservation, some other powers that be, because this is becoming, I'm going to say, either a major concern or a crisis, literally. And from the couple episodes you may have watched or saw, we've done a couple things about turkeys this spring. I've had calls from Alabama, Louisiana, South Carolina. A lot of state agencies are starting to say, we better get our ducks in a row really quickly.
Right.
And we can't I'll say this to all the state agency people listening, you can't just keep doing the same thing you've been doing. That is not working. So there's a couple of factors out there. So I'm 60 years old. When I was in high school, a raccoon was literally about $40 green. And let me put this in real terms. If you're on a date, you're going back in the day to a drive-in movie or something, and you saw a pretty sized coon ran over on the road, and it wasn't too smashed, you stop and do it in the trunk, because that was $40. That was like 4 more dates right there.
Yeah.
And you didn't even have to skin it. You just took it to the fur buyer, and that was $40. And now, if you can sell them, and there's a lot of coon hides that are not sold every year right now, but if you can sell them, it's about $4, literally. So I'm a habitat guy, and we've done some graphics to explain this and use data from our property here. But if you have the best habitat in the world, and there's a predator about every acre out there, it doesn't matter how the quality of the habitat.
Yeah, and you know,
So it is habitat, but what I think potentially some of my fellow biologists are missing, when it's great habitat, but you've got a lot of predators, just a lot of predators. So let's just think about this. Bald eagle populations are up about fourfold in the last decade, and that's huge. It's a great conservation success. But they do eat turkeys. And anyone, I don't even have to quote any numbers, everyone driving down the road, especially in the winter, sees a hawk on every telephone pole and every third fence post. There's no doubt that, raptor populations are way, way up. And then we've all been taught now. When I was a boy, you saw a snake, you killed it. I'm going to get a lot of hate mail for saying this, but people don't kill snakes anymore. Not a lot of people don't. And back in graduate school, way back in the day, when I finished my PhD. I was doing some work for Auburn University. I had a great big quail project going on, and we had a bunch of quail fitted with radio collars, not GPS. That wasn't the thing yet, but radio collars. And on quail, that's about the size of a nickel. You put a couple of rubber band things around their wings, and that fits right in the middle of their back so they can still fly. And long before cell phones, a grad student, gets to a place and calls me and says, I don't know what's going on, man. This the antenna says this quail's in the middle of a wood pile, a great big dozed-up pile. It wouldn't be there. And I said, you're right, but that's a $500 collar, so figure out why my collar's in there. So they dug and pulled and dug and pulled and dug and pulled. And, of course, it was a big, great rat snake. And they said, what do we do now? I said, well, you got to kill a snake and get our $500 collar out of it. And that's $500. So they killed it and hung it up, and they went in the vent. And for those that don't know snake terminology, that would be where the eat comes out the back end. It's called a vent on a snake. And started skinning downward, and there was some little lumps and a big lump. Well, the short story is there was 9 eggs in that snake, and then the mama quailed a hen. And she tried to defend the nest, apparently, and the hen was the last thing that snake ate, and that's how we got our collar back.
Wow. Well, and I don't think a lot of people, when they think of predation on game bird nests and stuff, I don't think a lot of people think about snakes. Like I said, they usually go to the raccoons, the skunks, the possums, or the coyotes, or a bobcat. But you also got squirrels. I mean, squirrels will get in there, and crows, and
Crows are huge. Squirrels are incidental. Deer will eat a few turkey eggs, but that's incidental. So I'd like to consider myself a practical sense biologist. So let's just take a couple examples. The habitat in central Kansas was ag a decade ago, and it's ag now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like there's been this major change from CRP to ag. That land, like Iowa, was too valuable for a lot of CRP, so it's been crop fields, and it's still crop fields. And there's been some fence rows missing, but not major changes. But the turkey population has plummeted. In Missouri, let's use some real stats. Our harvests went down 24 years straight. The trend is 24 years of declining population. Period.
Right.
Okay, so we don't have to guess here. And then you go to places where the habitat hasn't changed a lot, the population's still declining. So I'd like all your listeners to go to, you can just type in MDC, Missouri Department of Conservation, Predator Survey, and that'll take you to a link on the web. And MDC does great work. They're a great agency. And they put out scent stations every year, and they put a trapping scent on there, just like I use for trapping, and then put lime or something down so they can see the predator tracks. And they're getting an index, how many coons come this year versus last year versus next year, whatever. And they also survey bow hunters. How many coons did you see this year? How many possums? How many coyotes? Whatever. And those numbers, these are all indexes. They're not exact counts, but they're good indexes. You see more this year than last year. If you see a lot less, whatever. They're going up year after year after year. The trends are amazing. And I've done this. And if you invert that, or you just reverse the numbers, that trend almost exactly mirrors the decline of turkey population. Now, I've done that and took spring rain, because we hear a lot, it's the spring rains, climate change, it's spring rains, it's flooding out turkey nests. And I have plotted those rain numbers. And some years it's wet. Like this spring was really wet where I live, and some years it's dry as a bone. But predator numbers on a real steady increase.
Yeah.
So you have less habitat and more predators. That's a fatal recipe for turkeys or quail. Or here in Missouri, we have about 27 species of songbirds that nest within 5 feet of the ground. We blame the South Americans for the decline in songbirds, but it's tough to raise, a nest when those little songbirds are chirping, and there's a coon every acre.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Grant, hang on for a minute. I got to take a real quick break. Folks, we'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. Hey, have you heard the news about the great new products from Pine Ridge Archery? How's everybody doing this fine Saturday morning? I hope to see you out at the Cubs game tonight. Doors open up at 8, well, the gates, not the door. And first 500 people out is going to get a Work Sharp sharpener, so make sure you head on out tonight. It's going to be a fun evening here at Principal Park. Free and is available in different colors, and this will allow you to tune it to your specific grip. Andrew, everything sound good down there? Without any hang-ups for smoother draws when you're getting ready to shoot your game. Okay. These new Nitro products will have you shooting tighter groups with consistency before you know it. Included in these products are... How's everybody doing in Facebook world today? Everybody doing good? Give me a thumbs up. Everybody here okay? How do you like the new virtual studio? Everybody like that? Quality materials that will hold up in any weather conditions for die-hard bow hunters like you and me. Check out all these great new products at Sportsman's Warehouse. Good morning, Jerry. Thanks, everybody.
There's a place in Ankeny that's all about the outdoors, and that place is Sportsman's Warehouse. They provide all lines of hunting and fishing gear at the best prices. You can find gear for deer, turkey, waterfowl, elk,
that works
or whatever
slow.
hunting you're into. New products arrive
if I remember to bring my charger. I lost like 25 minutes of the feed last week because I forgot to bring my charger.
Everything from cleaning equipment to reloading can be found at Sportsman's Warehouse. Their fishing department is simply the best. They have your favorite.
Andrew, will you do me a favor? Go on the phone and ask Grant what show he's with.
Angler to the regular fishing enthusiast, Sportsman's Warehouse has all you need. From camping to boating to the best clothes and footwear.
Well, a lot of things happening this weekend. We got the outdoor day at Principal Park here. Pure Whitetails got their big bash in Ohio. I was supposed to be there at that. Larry McCoy and Philip and everybody's in Ohio right now for the Pure Whitetail Bash. So a lot of things happening this weekend, huh?
Hi, my name is Hannah, and I like Chick-fil-A nuggets.
I'll be there next year.
It's kind of like if you want to go to your grandmother's house for dinner. This will be your real home-cooked meal. You can't go wrong with it.
Hey y'all, I'm Maddie, and something I love about the Chick-fil-A nuggets is their gold color. It lets me know that I'm about
to see you, Michael.
Hot and delicious. It's just comfort food.
Hey, Richard, looking forward to seeing you tonight, too. Gates open at 5:38. Okay, thanks, Arlie. I thought they said 8, or 5 o'clock, but 5:38. Thanks, bud. I'll be right outside where the hot dogs are when you come into the gate. So come by and register for all your prizes. Good morning, Charles. Good to see you. I got Kershaw stuff is while they last for the first folks that come and register. Andrew and I will be at the Outdoors Dan table, and I got these little Kershaw multi-tools. See this right here? Isn't that cool? So I got these while supplies last, just for coming and signing up. And well, I'm not going to say it. I don't want to jinx the game. So it's going to be a fun night. We got coupons to give away for Sportsman's Warehouse. If you're just tuning in, you don't know what we're talking about. We're going to have a brand new Elite Bow given away in the 7th inning. 8th inning, we're giving away a Grizzly Cooler, I think. And then we got a $250 gift card to Sportsman's Warehouse to give away tonight, too. So when you get to the park, you just come by the table and sign up, and we'll randomly draw a name, and we'll award it right on the field. It's going to be fun. I wonder if I can beat Cubby Bear in something tonight. I know he's out here fishing. You ever seen a bear fish? It's pretty funny. He loves to fish. Hunter, did you see Cubby Bear fish?
That's why Realtor Rob is a great choice.
And bears, man, they love to fish.
Rob has all the resources.
20 seconds. Thanks, Andrew.
Help you search for your new home.
or list your current home to get the return you're looking for. Do what? So if you're hunting for a new home or just looking for a change of address,
Growing Deer
please call
TV.
my realtor, Rob Bish, or Realtor Rob at 515-669-2504. That's 669-2504, or look him up at coldwellbanker.com.
You're listening to Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to Waking Up the Outdoors at Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. We are live at Principal Park. It's the big Salute to the Outdoors Day at the iCubs. It's gates open up at 5:38 this afternoon. First pitch is 7:08, and we got a bunch of stuff to give away. We'll have the Iowa DNR here today and a whole bunch of other folks to visit with you, and we'll tell you more about that at 8 o'clock. Dr. Grant Woods from Growing Deer TV is on with us, and we're just talking a little bit about habitat, and the turkeys was the main thing that got us going on this, but I'm sure we're gonna migrate over to deer here pretty quick. Hey, Grant, tell everybody about Growing Deer TV real quick.
Hey, Dan, years ago I got tired of traveling. I'm a consultant. I work with a lot of different states and landowners, work in Iowa a good bit, and just didn't want to travel quite as much. My friend Bill Winke, pardon me, there from Iowa, said, why don't you, do some stuff on our show? And Bill and I have been buddies a long time. And I said, well, gosh, I think I'll just do my own. And we're still buddies. He's fine. So we just started making a web-based show. Been very blessed. It's now started just at Growing Deer, our own website, and then Bass Pro now streams it every week. We make a new show every week, 52 weeks a year. We've never had a repeat and never missed a week in 11 years. So a lot. I know, Dan, you're thinking that guy's stupid for doing that all the time. But yeah. And what we do is just what I'm doing this week is what's on the air next week. We don't like film forward and take a vacation. It's just what we do.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of habitat work, and of course I hunt, and that's just what's on the show. Whatever's that week is what's on the show.
Yeah, I tell you, it's crazy. I just was talking to Hunter and everybody here at the ballpark, and it's like, I can't believe I've been doing this for 25 years now. It's crazy, that's for sure. Hey, it goes quick, doesn't it?
It does.
It does. So let's finish up with the habitat for the birds and stuff, because one of the things I learned this spring was how vital nesting habitat is for hens, especially after the poults hatch and they're looking for bugs. They have to have easy access to the insects and stuff that they're gonna need for nutrition, because they're only going to be able to survive. Grant, what is it, like a day or so off the stuff from the egg?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not very long. So if you don't have that habitat that's going to have the insects and stuff for them poults to eat, those hens are not going to have they're not going to put their nest there.
Yeah, or they won't be. They're trying to nest somewhere, but they won't be successful. So that young chick needs a lot of protein, like any newborn.
Yep.
And they're built to eat insects, spiders, soft insects. A brand new little chick is not eating a big grasshopper, right? They're not taking that down. But spiders, ants, stuff like that, ticks, that'd be great. That's a big source of protein for them to grow, and calcium and everything. So I actually like spiders, not in the house, because I know it's good turkey food. And also, you think about it, and this is especially true with a quail or a pheasant, but even a turkey, you're not burning your woods every now and then, and you got an 8-inch leaf base in there, and that hen does nest in the timber. Those chicks are pretty much dead before they ever hatch, because they can't walk through 8 inches of leaves. They can't. They just got 2 little legs, and they're brand new. They don't even barely know how to walk. They're not flying. Those chicks are dead. Ideally, they're born in like a native grass stand or something, not fescue. That's horrible. And the reason is that native grass is a clump grass, and there'd be bare dirt. There'd be grass and cover and bare dirt. Grass, cover, bare dirt. Grass, cover, bare dirt. And there's a bunch of insects in the habitat, and they can get around. And it's also what we call umbrella habitat. So there's a canopy over that bare space, and that keeps the avian predators from just knocking them off. If you got a bunch of chicks out here on your driveway, the hawks and everything else are going to knock them off. And if you've got real dense, thick stand of fescue, they just can't walk through it. They're just dead. Same true with quail and pheasants.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I tell you what, if anything, Grant, I've learned a lot. I've learned more than I probably would have done if I wouldn't have noticed the turkey populations being down. But unless somebody's actually doing some of the improvements and stuff to their farm or their leases that what we're talking about. I mean, I don't know. I don't think things are ever going to get back to the way it was for the 80s. And, when I first moved up here to Iowa from St. Louis 20 years ago, the big thing I heard about was pheasants. Pheasants are huge here.
Sure.
And everybody was saying, damn, we wish you would have been here in the 70s. I mean, the pheasant hunting was so tremendous in the 70s. But farming habitat and farming practices have changed so much since then. I don't think we'll ever get back to the heydays. Do you?
I think turkeys are much more general than pheasants. They eat snakes, lizards, whatever. If we can do a couple things, and we didn't mention one more thing about habitat while we're there, is started about 20 years ago, but it really ramped up in recent years. About 90+% of corn seed, so we're in Iowa. You won't, but I will get a lot of hate mail. And about 50% of bean seed is treated with neonics or neonicotinoids.
Uh-huh.
That's a super strong insecticide. It's about 30 times stronger. I need you to understand this, 30 times stronger than DDT was.
Wow.
So you think about 90% of all corn seed in Iowa treated with something 30 times stronger than DDT. Now, how many times have you and your listeners harvested a turkey in the spring, opened up its crop, and it had green or orange seed in it, and those seeds are colored green or orange really brightly, and a lot of people don't understand this because that's a warning of the toxic insecticide on there. And that tells people this should never be fed to wildlife or even domestic cattle. That's why it's colored that way. It costs money to color it, and that's a warning.
Huh, I didn't.
If you just read the label, it'd be something simple like Poncho is one of the brand names. There's several brand names. Poncho, Cruiser are two real common ones. And it will say toxic, all these toxic things. Do not even graze cattle in this field for a minimum of 45 days. But yet our turkeys often follow in the planter down the field. Farmers gripe, and I'm a farmer, folks. I was raised on a farm. My cousin was a state vet in Missouri for 30 years, 3 decades. I'm all over farming. But sometimes we learn a better way, and we're now learning that these neonicotinoids are very, very toxic, and a lot of seed companies, to their credit, are pulling them off the market because they're now learning, which is a fabulous thing. But this is also most likely, very likely, it's an unequivocal reason our pollinator species are declining because this insecticide is built to go through the plant. It's systemic. And so it gets into pollen, and that's a big reason our pollinators decline. This is not theory, folks. If you Google neonics on the Internet, you'll find hundreds of scientific studies, not a dozen, hundreds of scientific studies, not, someone, out in California, oh my gosh, the sky's falling, scientific studies, but it's not getting the public light. I don't know why.
So when you say pollinators, I mean, are you talking about the bees and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
We know what's going on. It's not a rumor. We know what's going on. But also there's this is shock a lot of people. There's published research out of South Dakota University showing the impact on deer, reducing their fecundity rate, actually causing a little shortening of their lower jaw so they can't eat quite as well. They got an off bite. Neonics are toxic things. And you think about Iowa, 95% of the corn seeds have been treated with it.
But there are safe alternatives out there.
There are, and a lot of seed companies have now, I've done a lot of things in my life that I didn't know any better until someone told me, well, Grant, you shouldn't be doing that. Oh, okay, So there's some good research, good information coming out, and a lot of seed companies are stepping up plates and, here's a better and often less expensive alternative.
Yeah. Well, and I know a lot of the farmers that are big conservationists too, Grant. So I mean,
absolutely.
So if they get that information, they're going to make a better educated choice. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
We just want to share that information so everyone.
Honestly, until you just told me that, I didn't know that. So I learned.
A lot of people don't. That's why I'm trying to get the word out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you take a little quail that's got 4 kernels of corn in it, and it's bright green or orange. That's a lot of toxicity for a quail. They're probably not going to make it.
So you're saying that lasts about 45 days?
Well, it will get that neonics are designed. They were designed originally to be systemic, or just that seed coating. It's on the seed at a really, really high rate, because it's not just to keep critters from eating the seed. It goes through the plant to keep critters from eating the plant, insects.
Right.
So think about this, folks. It goes through that seed kernel into other seed kernels.
Gotcha.
You're feeding that to wildlife, or you're feeding it to cattle, and we're eating the cattle.
So we're actually going to be getting some of that in our diet.
Oh, there's tests, folks. And this is public. Again, there's no rumors here. I would not do that, or I'd be out of business tomorrow. Published research out of Canada, and I'm not going to quote the exact number, but north of 60% of all the turkeys they checked had neonics in their liver.
Well, I know when I was talking to Jim Coffey, they were doing studies about some of the effects of pesticides and stuff like that. I know that they are looking at that. So that's good. That's good, Grant. That's good to know. So let's transition over to deer real quick. What if someone is lucky enough to finally get their own hunting ground, or if they are lucky enough to have a lease where they can manipulate the property to what they want to do? What's one of the first things they need to do when they take charge of that ground?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question, and my answer is probably not what most people are thinking about. First thing you need to do is look at your neighbor's properties. We all want to see deer, right?
Right.
And deer need food, cover, water, and you want to find out what's the most limited resource in the neighborhood. So in Iowa, well, I'm going to plant corn. My neighbor's got 800 acres of corn. I'm going to plant corn. There's no reason for deer to be at your place versus his place. It's willy-nilly. So you want to find out what's the most limited resource in the neighborhood and add that to where you can hunt. And then to refine that even more, you're kind of managing, or you just want to see deer. If you just want to see deer, you want to make sure you get the most limited resource in the neighborhood during hunting season. Or you say, well, Grant, my job is such, I only get to hunt the early season. Then you better have something that deer are attracted to during early season or late season, because y'all know, boy, you got that little insurance strip of corn left out there. During the late season, all the deer are going to it because it's only grain left. Combines are very efficient. So we want to have the most limited resource for deer, and water's almost never a limited resource, but we want to have the most limited resource year-round if we can, and at minimum during the hunting season.
Right.
And that's going to vary depending on where you are. Maybe cover a lot of places, especially in Iowa. Once what I call the annual forest is harvested, once all the corn and beans is cut, there's very limited cover in Iowa. Very limited cover. So it may well be that if you've got the best cover in the neighborhood, boy, once that corn's cut, you've got all the deer on your property more hours of the day than not.
Yeah, I know one thing. We started supplementing in between the crops. We started putting food plots in. And my gosh, Grant, it was night and day difference, even on the trail cameras, where I was seeing more inventory of deer and different, does and bucks. But than I was where we were just relying on the food source that was planted. So, I mean, anything.
Sure. So, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'm saying. So when all the surrounding crops are harvested, or you're planting something they need at that time of year, the beans are starting to yellow off. They're not very palatable, but the grain's not quite palatable yet. Corn anymore, BT corn, is doggone hard for deer to get off the cob. It's not like the old-fashioned corn where they could gnaw it off there. You got to remember, deer don't have any incisors on their upper jaw. It's not like you and I taking a big bite of an apple. They don't have any incisors. They're built, to eat vegetation. So they don't have incisors. And if you've got really these new genetics, really, really tight kernels of corn on the cob, it's tough for deer to get it off there.
Yeah. Well, I know one thing. Unless they got a raccoon buddy that was knocking them off the stalks and breaking them up for them, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And there is a ton of raccoons, no doubt about it.
Those raccoons, I don't know how many times I've been sitting at a tree stand and I've been hearing corn stalks shake and stuff, and I grab my bow, getting all excited, and here comes Rocky Raccoon, So it's
and let's just think about that just a second. Of course, in Iowa, the roadways, you could hunt the ditch line. Pheasant hunters used to do that all the time. Well, Well, a lot of people don't realize trappers did that. And even where I'm in South Missouri, down by Branson, Missouri,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew guys here. And they would rig up a trailer with a couple of, house chest freezers, literally, and a little generator. And they'd go to Iowa back when fur prices were good. And in a couple of weeks, what was considered, if you did good, the number was 1,000. You need to catch 1,000 coons to be considered a really good trapper in a couple of weeks. And they didn't have any permission, so they just trapped every bridge they come to. Literally, would be several traps underneath it. And there were so many coons traveling those creeks that 3 or 4 guys might catch a coon, literally.
Right.
And this is literal. There's lots of books and articles written about this. Well, no one does anymore. No one, because the fur prices are so low.
Yeah.
Well, you take, several guys catching thousands of coons, and now they're not, but there's plenty of food. There's corn, there's beans, there's silos. There's plenty of food. That coon population has just exploded in Iowa.
Oh, it's just not Iowa. I mean, when I hunted Kansas last year, I was seeing more coons than I was deer. I mean, I was over by Salina, Kansas, on that Republican River, and I was shocked the amount of raccoons I was seeing, Grant. It was crazy.
And let's think about that just a second. And this is another thing. I don't think a lot of people understand. So, those big old corn-fed coons, they can literally get 30 pounds or more, literally. And they're voracious predators. I would 5 times more rather walk up to a coyote in a trap, because they're usually just cow down like your dog. A coon, it thinks it's a grizzly bear. It's coming after you.
Yeah.
Not maybe, it's coming after you. And so you got a 30-pound coon going through a fawning area, and it finds a brand new 6-pound fawn. It's not going, hey, Bambi, hope you're having a good day. It's going, there's a 6-pound protein package, and that's my lunch.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people think about that.
No, they don't. But there's, research out there showing a lot of fawn hair in coon scat.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can always look at the scat and see what the diet is.
Yeah. Hey, Grant, hang on. I got to take one more quick break. We'll be right back with Dr. Grant Woods right here on 1350 ESPN.
Need t-shirts for your school, special events, fundraisers, or apparel for your business? Don't buy
Andrew, I thought I was getting a little short on the break time there.
Take your ideas to them, and their
Yeah,
staff
good
members will help
content,
you
though.
design that t-shirt.
Oh, it's a great interview. He's really knowledgeable. He's a good guy. I've known him forever. Yeah. Even Hunter's impressed.
Always satisfaction guaranteed.
I think
Start
everybody
creating
is.
your t-shirts now by calling America's Best Screen Print and Embroidery 515-223-4422. That's 515-223-4422.
So how's the new GM?
Tacticam has launched the best-in-class cellular trail camera, the #1 selling action camera in the industry. The new Reveal by Tacticam will change the way you scout forever. Not only is it one of the easiest to set up, but the most affordable cellular camera on the market. As you know, you educate your game and leave your scent when checking cameras in the field. With Reveal, those issues are gone. You can receive pictures in almost real time right to your app without going into the field. The Reveal offers half-second trigger speeds, detects game from up to 96 feet away in 4G and LTE wireless modules. Verizon and AT&T plans available. 24-inch LCD screen, adjustable night illumination, and data plans starting as low as $5 a month. The Reveal's world-class app allows you to set up your camera, add cameras, view and organize pictures, and much more. Again, plans starting as low as $5 a month. The new Reveal by Tacticam saves time, gas, and most importantly, helps you stop educating your game. RevealCellCam.com for more info.
Hi, this is your old friend Speed over at Speed's Golf Cart.
Yeah, they lost a lot of business
located
up
in
there.
Wall Lake, Iowa. Just stop on over here. We've got a nice selection of new and used golf carts. We're a club car dealer, so we've got a nice...
Hope everyone's having a great day out there.
As well as a good mix of utility cars.
Kind of fun here at Principal Park. I wish you guys could see the view. It's beautiful out here.
Available with fancy wheels, stereo. We've got it here at Speed's Golf Cars. Let the folks at Speed's handle
I don't know why, but a hot dog sounds really
Check
good
out our
right now.
website for complete inventory at speedsgolfcars.com.
Our dogs are part of the family, and we want to protect them at all times. Do you live in an area that you want to keep open and
they had a
not
bunch
have a
of houses
traditional
being
fence
built
to
and
protect
stuff,
your
and as
pet?
soon as that happened,
No worries.
they said
Call
there's
Chris at Pet
shells
Stop
of houses
Des Moines.
where they
Chris
stop.
Ultra is the owner of the Pet Stop
That's
franchise
not
in the
good.
Des Moines area and has been keeping pets safe for over 19 years.
That was like a year or two
Pet
ago. I
Stop
don't know
system
if
will
they've
not
done
only keep
anything
your
with them
pet
or
from
not.
leaving your desired area.
Good morning, Jim. Good morning,
but can also
Gail.
be set up to keep your pet out of areas in your home. The Pet Stop system is underground, keeping your property open and easy to maintain. Plus, with a friendly user app on your phone, you can customize the PetStop system to help your dogs enjoy their playtime and stay safe at the same time. For more information on how to protect your buddy and keep your home looking great, call 515-975-2190 or go online at PetStop.com. PetStop of Des Moines.
Yeah, Lee's great. She's very nice. She's been there for a while, too.
Hello, this is Dave from JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale. We are a full-service gun
full
shop
break
that
after this
specializes in
besides
helping
the
you find the right
5750.
firearm.
Yeah, I'm going to wrap up with Grant here when we come back.
For all
So,
shooting disciplines, from self-defense to shooting enthusiasts, as well
so
as
I'll take the next break at 7:50. Is that okay?
to better serve your needs.
Yeah, that'll work.
We still accept trades on all types of guns. We'll also look at any firearm you might wish to sell or put on consignment. JLM Shooter Supply carries firearms to meet any budget.
I hope we get this in tonight.
For those who
I
like
start
to
traveling
higher
and shoot the
end guns to
TV
their
show
collection.
here pretty soon.
JLM also has a full-time gunsmith
20
on
seconds.
board that can help with all your gun repair needs.
I can't believe
ammo
it's
and hearing protection,
almost middle of July
gun
already.
cleaning kits, holsters, and sights. We handle it all at JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale. Please stop by and see us at 6931 Douglas Avenue in Urbandale, or call us at 515-331-1577. That's 515-331-1577.
It's Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to Waking Up the Outdoors at Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Dr. Grant Woods is my guest, and we're visiting about habitat for all sorts of game. Now, hey, Grant, now I know that you got the TV show and everything, but habitat's kind of your gig. I mean, if someone out there that's got ground, if they want to have you consult or come out and do something, you're available for that, aren't you?
We do. We assist about 40 landowners a year. It's just a time thing. Matter of fact, next week I'll be in western Kansas assisting a couple landowners out there. And I really enjoy that. I just enjoy helping people enjoy their land creation more, because I think there's so many lessons, especially if they got kids. You know, you plant a food plot or harvest a deer. There's so many life lessons there that I think our nation really needs. So I really enjoy helping people improve their habitat.
Yeah, you know, I've been bow hunting 33 years, I think, this year, and I always learn something new every season. That's the fun thing about going to hunting or fishing. You always kind of learn something. But I started doing mock scrapes this year and doing horizontal rubs. And Grant, I couldn't believe how I'm getting pictures like I never got before. And I try to educate folks that, you know, deer use a scrape all year round. It's not the intensity it is in the breeding season, but that's how they socialize or communicate that way. But you can do a lot of things with those mock scrapes this time of year and kind of take an inventory of what you got running around.
You know, absolutely. I define mock scrapes for guys my age as the old telephone booth. Maybe now it's the cell phone, but it's just a point of communication. You know, hi, how are you? I'm over here.
Yeah.
Would you like to have a date later? It's just a point of communication.
Yeah. I tell you, them white-tailed deer, man, they're fascinating critters, aren't they?
Oh, they are. You know, Dan, I was raised on a little farm, and I don't know, maybe at the barbershop or something, I heard they were going to restock deer in the county I lived in, Greene County, Missouri. And somehow that just got in my mind, and I had a little trap line. There's rabbit traps. I'd take old barn wood and build rabbit boxes or gums, rabbit gums, some people called them, and trap rabbits in our old fence rows. And one morning, it was cold, it was in the winter, my dad's getting ready to go to work, I'd done my chores, I was out checking my traps, and I found a female fawn in a little field that had been shot in the head. And ever since then, I have just been fascinated with deer and really, really dislike poachers.
Yeah. Wow.
And so I grew up in an era when most young men wanted to be in the Army or be a policeman or a fireman. Those are all great. But I just wanted to work with deer. I didn't know what that meant. So I was the first guy in my family to go to college, and, you know, and I didn't know what that meant. I just knew I wanted to work with deer. And I just kept following that, and God was good and opened up the right doors. And so that's kind of how my whole career started. And still today, I love learning about deer. I love learning about deer habitat, what plants they eat, and and a lot of things. And so something, we talk about learning stuff new, it's kind of become a fad for people to make these long, narrow cover strips. And sometimes in the South, they're called SMZs, Streamside Management Zones. And here in the Midwest, oftentimes there's actually government programs. They're called CP33, kind of conservation strips. And that is such a no. Please don't do that, because here's why. You've got a 30-yard or 60-yard cover strip along the edge of a field. And usually it's downhill on the field edge. There's a creek or drainage there. And at night, cold air sinks. Cold air is heavy, and it sinks. So all the thermals are going right through that strip. The coon or coyote, where they're traveling right by that creek or that drainage, whatever. So all the scent of a fawn or even an adult deer, certainly a hen on a nest or a pheasant on a nest, is going right to the predator. So what those narrow strips really become are predator food plots. That's where predators hunt to get their food. And they're totally unnatural. Before European settlement, our cover blocks were big patch of native grass where a fire had burned, campfire got out, lightning strike or something. And when you make these long, narrow strips, you're just encouraging the prey species, because it's the only cover in the neighborhood. It's the best cover in the neighborhood. You're encouraging them to nest there or fawn there or even bed there. And that just makes it, just like we plant a food plot to concentrate deer and see them, we're concentrating this game at their most vulnerable time for predators to hunt.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a little jealous of you a little bit, because I can't take part of this because I'm an Iowa resident now, but Missouri's going to have its first bear season this year, and this will be our second year in Missouri of having an elk season. So there's a lot of things going on back home, Grant, that you're going to be able to get to see close up. So I'm a little jealous.
Yeah. Well, we have bear on our property where I live, and I applied for a bear tag, and one of my employees did, and neither one of us were drawn. I'm a very transparent biologist, guys. I wish they weren't here. Bears are like big, gnarly raccoons, except they can tear up a whole lot more.
Yeah, but they taste good, Grant. They taste good.
Well, when we get a season where you can harvest enough of them, where you might get a tag, I'll look at that. But they are, and let's just think about this a second. I'm just kind of teasing a little bit on bears. I like seeing them like everyone else does. But so in Missouri, in Louisiana, and a lot of states, the bear population has really exploded. A lot of people don't realize this. Arkansas will harvest over 400 bears a year, more than a lot of big bear states, and multiple Boone and Crockett bears a year in Arkansas.
Yep.
And they weren't here that many decades ago, and Missouri's just overrun with bobcats, especially southern Missouri. I mean, we got bobcats like field mice or something. It's amazing how many bobcats we have. There are so many more predators now. In my career, I've been a certified wildlife biologist over 30 years. There are more predators now than at any time in my career by many, many fold. And there's less habitat. So there's more predators, way more per acre. So no wonder our prey species, some of our prey species are really suffering.
Yeah. No, I hear you, buddy. I hear you. Hey, Grant, I gotta go. We're up against a hard break. If someone wants to get a hold of you for consulting, or if they want to find out more information about Growing Deer TV, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Yeah, just go to Growing Deer, or if you want to write us, info@growingdeer.com. Info@growingdeer.com will get to us.
All right. Hey, can we get you back on again? I've gotten a ton of comments during the interview. People love hearing you. Can we get you back on sometime?
I'd love to. Love to share.
All right, we'll get
the
you
opportunity, Dan.
It's my pleasure, buddy. And we'll talk. I'll get a hold of you, and we'll get you back on in the fall sometime.
Take care and have a great day.
Thank you, Grant. Be good. There he goes, Dr. Grant Woods, Growing Deer TV. Great interview. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. I don't know about you guys, but I learned a lot on that hour, huh? Grant's a good guy. I've known him for a long time, and a lot of good information right there, that's for sure. Morning's Fishing Dave. Morning, Charles. Did you know hunting in Iowa annually brings in huge economic resources to our state? Hunters buy tags and permits every year so they can hunt here. That impacts restaurants, retail stores, gas stations, convenience stores, outfitters, and guides all over the state of Iowa. That leads to hundreds of millions of dollars in state
have to work
taxes
the
and
fair?
retail sales that help keep Iowa.
How much overtime is that?
Anti-hunting groups are working hard every year to limit your ability to hunt here. So Hunting Works for Iowa is partnering with not only hunters.
That's the one thing I don't miss about being on WHO. I don't have to go to the fair.
If you want to learn more about Hunting Works for Iowa, or if you're interested in becoming a partner, please go check out the
time you pay your parking and you eat and everything, you drop $40-$50 just doing your job.
Heading to your favorite outdoor spot is your
I mean,
hunting.
you can't go there and not have
utility
cookies and a hot dog and some lemonade.
Well, use the original Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener before you left. You bet they are. The Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener is designed to sharpen every knife you own. By using changeable, flexible abrasive belts, the sharpening system is able to sharpen a variety of knives, including curved and serrated knives, tonto blades, fillet knives, gut hooks, axes, and even kitchen knives.
They're talking about having a 3D shoot here.
Does this with precision angle sharpening guides.
I think that'd be kind of cool to be like one deck down and be shooting, put some targets out there 75, 80 yards with your bow.
Sharpener is assembled in the USA
That'd be kind of cool,
by a family-owned and operated company. Customer service is always a call away. So if you love the outdoors and depend on a sharp knife, consider checking out one of the Work Sharp knife and tool sharpeners or the Work Sharp guided field sharpener.
Thanks, Josh. I appreciate that, buddy. Good to hear from you.
WorkSharpTools.com. That's WorkSharpTools.com.
We all want the deadliest broadheads out there. Have you tried a slick trick? Slick tricks are one of the most accurate and deadliest broadheads on
What do you got to do the rest of the day?
No matter which slick trick model you choose, the Raptor trick, the Viper trick, the Magnum, the Wicked trick, the Grizz trick 2, or the standard slick trick, they all offer bone-crushing penetration with superior cutting diameters. They feature an all-steel ferrule Alcatraz blade lock system to prevent broadhead failures at the moment.
I just had to get my entertainment stuff redone.
If you're a mechanical fan, the Raptor trick is going to be your favorite with its 4-edge.
That's the only thing bad about all them electronics and everything, man. There's always something to go wrong.
Flight. Bow hunters need gear that they can depend on.
Andrew, we doing okay?
Of the time. You wait all season.
Yep, doing good.
That shot. Do not trust it to a head that will not deliver a short recovery. For more information, go online at slicktrick.net.
Oh, Andrew's my producer at the station, too.
Broadheads and tag your game.
Hey guys, Jackie Bushman here with Buckmasters. When it comes to food plot seed and deer feed, the Mississippi-based Backwoods Attractions product line has you covered. From their food plot blends like Trophy Acre, Lazy Acre, Clover Deluxe, and the popular Dixie 6, to their attractants like Game Changer, Sweet Stuff, and Buck Robber. The best way to put it is, if you're not using Backwoods Attraction products, you better hope your neighbor isn't either. From small to large acreage, Backwoods Attraction has the feed and seed perfect for your hunting property. So do yourself a favor and swing by and support your local co-op or farm supply store and ask for Backwoods Attraction to set yourself up for a successful fall.
In these times when a lot of us are working from home, it's even more important to make sure your home is the right temperature and comfortable. Now is a great time to call the experts at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling at 287-6000 to schedule a check on your current heating and cooling systems. Is your house too dry and giving your family issues? A Honeywell dehumidifier system installed with your AC heating system can solve that issue right away. Wyckoff Heating and Cooling is a family-owned and operated business that has been serving Iowa residents and businesses for over 70 years. They offer 24-hour service and programs like the Peace of Mind Plan for less than $15
Anybody going fishing today?
So if you want more time on the water or in the woods this year, please call the folks at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling for any of your home or business heating and cooling needs. One call to Wyckoff Heating and Cooling will bring you peace of mind under your roof every day.
This is Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to Waking Up the Outdoors at Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. We're broadcasting live at the Iowa Cubs. It's the All Outdoors Day at the ballpark. Gates open up at 5:30, 5:28. What is it?
5:38.
5:30. Is your mic on? Yeah, that's Andrew over there. Come over here so they can see you on the Facebook Live. This is Andrew Quillen. He's my contact buddy over here at the iCubs. And let me get this. Andrew, you can pot that down, bud. Let's see. Real quick, let me get some. I got to get some stuff done. Chick-fil-A's got a new shake out. It's called a peach shake. It's an ice cream and peaches. Perfect day for a cold treat to enjoy outdoor. Go out to Chick-fil-A over there on Mill Civic Parkway and get you a peach shake. Nah, we don't have any peach shakes here. Well, why not? We should have peach shakes. So, and then real quick, Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage. Thanks to Dick, Danielle, and Tracy. $60 a month. You get 1 month free when you pay for a year. They're 12 by 50, 12 feet wide by 50 feet long. They're great spots, 24 access. They got security cameras up. I've got a couple of stuff down here. They give you discounts for multiple spots. Just give them a call at 515-822-1362, and they will take great care of you. So are you excited about today?
Yeah, absolutely. We're excited to have fans back in the ballpark, and I think we started talking about this 2 years ago.
Yeah, and the old pandemic got us last year.
Yeah, so hopefully we're finally here and get it off the ground.
So if you're just tuning in, what we're doing, it's an all-outdoors day at the park. Andrew called me about a year and a half ago and said, hey, we want to do something to outreach to the people that like to hunt, fish, hike, go camping. And so that's a great idea. And so we started working on this. And first 500 people through the door or through the gate tonight is going to get a brand new Micro Kershaw Work Sharp sharpener that's got some tools in it and everything. Nice sharpeners.
Yeah.
Great sharpeners. And then you just come by the. I'll have. Where are you going to put me out there by the hot dog stand?
We're gonna be right inside Gate B.
Hot dog stand.
There,
yeah.
So.
Yeah, free hot dogs. And then no, I'm kidding about that. And then so you come by Andrew Brown, Andrew here on the radio show, and I will be there. And then we'll just need you to register. And if you register, I got these great little Kershaw swags to give away while they last. And then what are we giving prizes away in the 7th inning?
End of the 8th.
End of the 8th.
When we'll draw for the big prizes. Yep.
Yep. So we'll announce those, and someone's going to get a brand new $1,000 Elite bow tonight, which I'm very excited about. That's what we use on Respect the Game TV. And we're got a $300-400 Grizzly cooler to award and a $250 gift card. And that's not even counting the sharpeners, or when you leave, you get a brand new Sportsman's Warehouse hat. And then you guys got some giveaways going too, right?
Yeah, we're kind of throughout the ballpark. We're going to have some stuff. The DNR is going to be giving out some items for fans right across from Dan's table. And so we're excited for everybody to come out and kind of, we've been talking this whole time about combining America's pastimes.
Yeah, there you go. All right, we'll have more with Andrew when we come back on 1350 ESPN. Trying to get it where they can see it, where that 1350 is not in there.
You want your camping setup to be easy and your stay as
Andrew, we okay?
possible. Campsite has been helping folks enjoy the outdoors as problem-free as possible since 1999. Campsite employees are outdoor enthusiasts that use and design each product to make sure your adventures are ones you'll want to remember. They carry great tents like the original tent cot that started it all. This fully enclosed, off-the-ground sleep shelter combines the comfort of a standard sleeping cot with the added protection of a tent. Campsite features several models of tent cot units, including single and double units. They also specialize in sleeping bags, camping tables, cooking prep units, chairs, and other fine quality outdoor products. With over 17 years of field testing great outdoor gear products, Campsite is the right choice to make adventures not only comfortable, but also carefree. Check out all these Campsite products at your local Sportsman's Warehouse or anytime on the web at Campsite.com. That's Campsite with a K.com.
We'll be here.
So it's time to refill the tank. Where are you going for a great meal that won't break the bank? Well, why not fill up at Central Standard Restaurant in Waukee? There's more than great burgers and handmade ice cream shakes waiting for you at Central Standard Restaurant. They specialize in great food like buttermilk fried chicken, smoked pulled pork, grilled salmon, or an Iowa pork tenderloin, to name just a few. Central Standard Restaurant features a large menu that will be sure to please even the pickiest ones in your crew. The daily mac and cheese specials will bring a smile to any kid from 5 to 50. The shakes are just like Mom and Dad had back in their day. Cold, tall, and amazing. Central Standard Restaurant features shakes like birthday cake, cookie dough, strawberry cheesecake. Chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla are always available as well. From large screen TVs and plenty of local and domestic brews, you'll be relaxed and enjoying your time at the Central Standard so much, it'll become one of your go-to places. Carry-out is always available at Central Standard. Central Standard Restaurant is located at 1222 Southeast University in Waukee, Iowa.
just a short drive from anywhere.
10
Central
seconds.
Standard Restaurant, the perfect place to fill your tank when you're hungry.
KRNT Des Moines.
A Des Moines radio group station. 1350 ESPN.
Online at espndesmoines.com.
You're listening to Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
We like our dogs with mustard.
All right, welcome back to Waking Up the Outdoors at Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. I got Andrew Quillen from the iCubs with me, and we're here to celebrate the outdoors. Gates are going to open up at 5:38. Let me make sure I say that one more time right. 5:38, and then the game is 7:08?
7:08 first pitch. Yep.
First pitch, so there we go. Now, I've had 5 people ask me, are you going to let me shoot the hot dog or the shirt gun today?
You?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we've got some slots open, so we'll get you shooting some hot dogs out to the fans.
Yeah, I think that would be great because I think I'm just going to have shooting air and I'll just keep the hot dogs and eat them. So there you go. So we're going to have a lot of fun today. Just come on out. We gave away tickets, and hopefully it's nice to see everybody come out, and it's just going to be a great deal. And you're actually talking about doing this every year, so this is an event that's going to grow.
Yeah, absolutely. We've talked with you, obviously, and growing our partnerships there, and then also the DNR is already on board for next year,
yeah.
and they're throwing out ideas of new things that they want to do and draw attention to. So I think it's something that we're looking at doing every year and growing each year.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. And then I was telling Hunter's over there, our great engineer, that we might even be doing a 3D shoot here in the park, which would be fun.
Yeah, it's something that we're looking at doing. I think that idea spurred from some of the players shooting down on the field actually in August, getting ready for season before they go home. So that's kind of what spurred the idea, and I think it'd be a neat event at the ballpark.
Well, I talked to Archery Field and Sports, and Mark and the guys over at Mid-Iowa Archers would all be in on that. So, I mean, how many times can you say you get to go shoot your bow at Principal Park, huh? That would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So we're working on that.
Yeah. We're hoping to bring that to the park sometime soon, and I think it'd be a fun thing for fans.
Now, see, next year, I think a great thing to do when we get Larry Mack here. Larry's in Ohio. He had to go to Ohio. But next year when we do this, I think we should put a 3D deer target out there about 30 yards and have a contest between Larry Mack and our Paul, Ryan, and I, who could hit the target with a hot dog gun. I think that would be awesome.
There you go. It's harder than it looks.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be just a great deal to do, Any updates on Beast Feast? Yeah, I'll talk about Beast Feast. Beast Feast is ready to go. It's going to be July 30th, and tickets are available. I'll give you a link here in a little bit, Richard. So, yeah, we'll see about the hot dog thing. Yeah, I can't get him to commit. See, I'm trying, folks. I'm trying. So
we'll get you out there for some practice today, maybe.
Oh, there you go. My dreams come true. I can retire now. I've shot a hot dog gun. So there you go. What else what do you guys got going at Principal Park? I mean, you guys got a lot of things going on. Any highlights or anything you want to tell the folks real quick?
Yeah, all of our promotions are on our website, iowacubs.com. We have our weekly promotions that we always do. Sundays are popular for us. For families, bring your kids out and they can run the bases after the game. That's always a big one. And then, of course, we just got done with our Friday night fireworks last night. We've got a few of those shows left for this year.
Well, there you go. There's always something going on at Principal Park, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. And keep an eye out for more promotions to come.
All right. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. And thanks for inviting us out today. Hopefully we get the game in, and it should be a fun night at the ballpark tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully the weather holds off, and we're looking forward to seeing the fans out and interacting.
All right. Thanks, pal.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There he goes, Andrew. All right, let me do the fishing report brought to you by Sportsman's Warehouse real quick. Good morning, Wade. How you doing over there in Illinois, man? Good to see you. Arrowhead Lake, the crappie bite is fair. Largemouth bass is fair. Black Hawk Lake, crappies are fair. Walleyes are slow. Gills are slow. Bass are fair. Brushy Creek, the yellow perch bite is fair. Gills are fair. They're picking fish up in 10 to 15 feet of water. The walleye bite is slow. Minnows are leached. Fish under a rock or woody structure is producing the best fish bite. The bass is good on weedless lures along the vegetation and weed lines. Black crappie bite is fair. Storm Lake, including Little Storm Lake, water clarity is about 3 to 5 feet in most areas. Channel catfish bite is good. Cut bait or troll crankbaits along the shore are producing the most fish. The eyes are good. Shore bite is slowed. Early morning, late evening on the walleyes is going to be your best bet, folks, as far as everything I'm hearing. White bass are fair. Trolling along the dredge cuts with cranks or spinners with crawlers are doing well. Bass bite is fair. Gills are fair at Storm Lake. Swan Lake up in Carroll County, the bluegill bite is fair. They're picking up fish between 7 and 8 inches. Small jigs fished under a bobber near shore. The crappie is fair. Bass are fair. Water temperature is in the mid-70s. Upper Pine Lake, the black crappie bite is fair. If you want to drift, fish a tube jig in deeper areas of the lake. Early morning bite is best. Gills are good. Bass are fair. Not bear, but bass. No bear, just bass. Sorry about that. Hunter's over there cracking up on that one. East Okoboji Lake, 79 degrees. Leeches and worms are producing the best right now. Oh, look at that. I got a blank sheet of paper. I have no idea. Did I lose my... What in the world is going... What in the world, wide world of sports is going on here? Oh, I was scared there for a minute because I had like 3 or 4 sheets of blank paper. It's like, did my printer skip? It wouldn't shock me. Trust me. I had to get Hunter to come over here and help me with my screensaver before we started. East Okoboji Lake, 79 degrees, crappie fair, gills are fair, pumpkin seeds are good. Lost Island Lake, yellow perch is good, black crappie are fair, bluegills are fair, walleye are fair. Andrew, what did we say that was? Minnesota?
Something like that.
Yeah, Minnesota. All right, Hunter. Minnewashta. Minnewashta?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, Minnewashta, according to Hunter. I'm going to go with Hunter. So, pan fishing has been good. Anglers trolling weed lines as well as fishing docks and hoists near shore. Black crappie are fair. Gills are fair. Pumpkin seeds are good. I've got like a 3/8 ounce, or I don't even know what the fraction is of Cherokee in me. So my Native American heritage is a shame to me right now that I can't pronounce that lake. Silver Lake is starting to green up due to the algae bloom. The walleye bite is fair. Spirit Lake, walleye bite has been hit or miss mostly at night. Day bite has been fair to poor unless you're right on top of them. Gills are starting to sit on beds. West Okoboji, water temperature 77 degrees. Crappie, gills, and black crappie are fair. 3 Mile Lake, the walleye bite is fair. Jigs tip with a nightcrawler or leech fish along creek channels in 10 to 15 feet of water is producing some fish. Gills are fair. Try jigs fished along the creek channels in the flooded timber. Largemouth bass bite is fair. Bass up to 18 inches with jigs near cedar trees or brush piles or along the weed lines is producing some bites there. 12 Mile, the dock is in at the main ramp. The largemouth bass bite is fair. Bass up to 21 inches with jigs fished near the cedar trees or brush piles are getting a good bite. Gills are fair, 10 to 15 feet of water to catch bluegills up to 8 inches. Walleye bite is fair. Walleye are of all sizes with jigs tipped with live bait. Fish along creek channels or the flooded timber. 10 to 15 feet of water is about the zone you want to try. Let's see. Big Creek, walleye bite is fair. Jigging or trolling crawler or leeches from the marina around the beach, the East Boat Ramp Bay and West Boat Ramp Bay. Crappie are fair and wipers are fair. Boone District farm ponds, the bluegills are on their beds and the bass bite is good. Des Moines River, Sailorville to Red Rock. Channel catfish bite is excellent. Anglers are catching catfish and flatheads below the dams on cut bait, crawlers, and live bait. Wiper, hybrid, striped bass fair. Don Williams Lake, the crappie bite is fair. Bluegills are fair. Hooper Area Pond is being drawn down, so you can go down there with a tube or a kayak. And the bluegill bite, they said, is really good right now. So there you go. And let me see, what do we got? Red Rock, channel catfish bite is good. Cranks around the rocks or drift cuts are producing fish. White crappie are fair. Drift and troll plastics in the coves off the main lake and the white breast arm. And Rock Creek, bluegill bite is fair. Jigs with a piece of crawler or fish near the wood. White crappie bite is good. Drift jigs or minnows offshore, 5 to 15 feet of water on the bottom half of the lake. Catfish bite is good on the upper end. So there's your fishing report today, brought to you by the fine folks at Sportsman's Warehouse. And there you go. So for the Beast Feast, let me talk about that real quick before we get into this other stuff. Beast Feast is going to be over at Stony Creek Inn on Friday, July 30th, and that is to benefit the Family Cancer Network. This is our 16th year doing that for charity, and I think we've raised, thanks to you, we've raised over $140,000 to help kids fighting cancer here in Central Iowa. So thanks to everybody that's always come out for that. And you can go and get tickets right now. I think there might be 1 or 2 tables still available. But the web link, if you want to go, just go to www.fcnet, FC, Frank Charlie Net, net.org, and then just do /Beast Feast, or there should be a link on there. And that's where you go to purchase tickets. And we're going to have some really good chow this year. We've got venison, we've got alligator, antelope, we'll have some bear, we got some geese, some duck, quail, and I don't know what else we got. We might have some, I don't know if we had elk or not. I think we might have elk too. But the food's always good, and we got some great auction items for you to try to win. Larry McCoy will be there, my buddy off Respect the Game TV that I'm on with. And then Donovan is going to be there from Triple H Outfitters. We've got a $1,500 hunt to auction off with Donovan in Kansas and a whole bunch of other stuff. I think Chris from Pet Stop is going to give away a underground fence system for the live auction, and that's just a couple of things right there. We always give away an elite bow that you can try to win. And let's see, I think the first 200 people that buy tickets to show up, you're going to get a brand new Grizzly. See my Grizzly coffee cup here? This is really, really nice, well made, right here in Decorah, Iowa. And I think the first 200 people through the door is going to get a brand new Grizzly cup. So how about that? That's a great souvenir right there. So I'm excited about that. Let's see. I think other than that, I think I'm all caught up. Did you hear about the boat crash at Sailorville? I don't know how many of you did or not. Hunter, did you hear about that? DNR investigating a boat crash at the mile-long bridge. You know who's out there all the time is Jimmy. Jimmy Olson's always out there boating. I wonder if Jimmy saw that. Iowa Department of Natural Resources and other agencies responded to a boat that crashed into the mile-long bridge at Sailorville Lake on Monday, July 5th. 5 people aboard the boat operated and owned, I won't say that, were injured and taken to the hospital. The DNR does not currently have any conditions available on those injured. The DNR Law Enforcement Bureau continues to investigate the boat crash and will release further information via the press once it becomes available. The DNR asks anyone that witnessed the crash or the boat's operation immediately prior to the crash that has not already spoken with law enforcement, please contact them. Sergeant Craig Cutts at 515-238-4847. 515-238-4847. And they would appreciate your feedback. How about that? So there you go. All right, it is 8:13 and some change. Let me hit a real quick break so I stay on time. We got mail segment coming back, and we got Smokin' Joe Smeltzer, and we got some other fish to fry before we get out of here at 9 o'clock. We're broadcasting live at the iCubs. I wish you were here. Hot dog gun. We might have hot dog gun action tonight. I'm excited about that. Did he say I could do T-shirts too? I think I might get to shoot T-shirts too. Hey, how about that? Mudcat? Yeah, come on. Hey, Mudcat, if you're here tonight, let me know because I will definitely try to get a hot dog coming your way, man. If I know where you're at, I'll try and hit you with a hot dog. So there you go. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Hey, are you in the market for a new RV this year? Here's a place to help you start looking for that new travel partner for your next vacation or outdoor adventure. Head on over to the friendly folks at Imperial RV Center in Ankeny. Imperial RV has been serving Iowa camping enthusiasts for 50 years.
You just want mail time coming back?
Yeah. Fifth-wheel RVs from Sprinter.
Turn the camera for a view of the Capitol. You want to see the Capitol, Jerry? All right, let me see if I can do that with my charger still in.
Imperial RV also features a full-service center ready for any repair that your RV might have. Imperial RV can finance on site to help you with all your financing needs. They also have a full-service parts department for anything you might need to keep your camper going. They're open Monday through Saturday, located at 1727 South Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa. Please call them at 515.
There you go, Jerry. There's the Capitol right there.
Or check them out online at
Isn't that gorgeous, folks? Look at that view down there.
ImperialRVCenter.com.
I'm telling you what, if you get to sit in the press boxes, you got it made, man. That's awesome.
Life Insurance. We know that protecting your family's financial future is a priority, and life insurance is an easy way to help make that happen. You'll feel good knowing you've taken steps to protect what matters most if you were to pass away. Plus, life insurance is often more affordable.
Pretty view up here this morning.
Options that fit you. Contact Darren Islander, agent at 515-964-7575 today.
American Family Insurance.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. You were hunting, and a deer just crawled onto your leg and is burying its head into your
What's
flesh.
nice about this, as soon as it's done, it also automatically downloads to my YouTube page.
In the coming weeks, you may or may not notice a red ring around the bite. Shortly thereafter, you may or may not get really sick. Your doctor may or may not test you for Lyme disease. The test may or may not detect it, meaning you may or may not get the medication needed. If untreated or not treated on time, you could have a lifetime of complications. Don't take that chance. Get Elimitic clothing from Gamehide. Elimitic features Insect Shield, a repellent that is fused to the fabric fibers. Ticks hate it. Elimitic clothing will retain its effectiveness for the life of the garment and needs no special care. The treatment is odorless and invisible. Wearing Elimitic can help protect you from ticks, chiggers, and other biting insects, and is featured in a complete line of quality Gamehide hunting clothing. To learn more, visit Gamehide.com.
As we head to the fields this hunting season, you need to remember to work up your pet's activity level slowly.
Got 1 minute.
Don't take them out
Thanks,
on opening day and expect them to perform without having any previous exercise. Remember to have a proper first aid kit for your pet when you go into the field. That should include bandage materials, gauze, antibiotic ointment, and items that could be used as a splint if needed. Plus a muzzle. Even friendly dogs will bite if they're in pain. Please make sure your pet is current on all vaccines before you head out. Your pet should also have a good physical exam to make sure he/she is healthy enough to go hunting. Always provide your pet with protection from the elements, and this includes a high-quality pet carrier for the trips, a blaze orange hunting vest, which makes your pet more visible and provides protection.
Well, the good thing is you won't have to do the deer classic anymore.
Be careful and have fun. Remember, this is what most of our dogs were born to do. This message has been brought to you by Dr. Steve from Westfield Veterinary Hospital. For questions about keeping your pet healthy, contact Dr. Steve by phone at 515-980-6510. Westfield Veterinary Hospital, for the life of your pet.
It's Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
Let's go! Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. Go Cubs!
All right, welcome back to Waking Up the Outdoors on 1350 ESPN. Andrew's playing Go Cubs Go. I think that's kind of apropos. No, I didn't mean to rhyme that there, but, look at that. It just kind of fell together. I even got a little smirk from Hunter over there. Yeah. So, Andrew, what are you doing today? I haven't even, I know when I'm on the road, the bad thing is I don't get to talk to you during the breaks, man.
Yeah, not much going on here. I know that I'm excited for the game tonight, but really it's kind of sit back and enjoy the summer.
Yeah, hey, and they've got you on the parking pass, so when you get here at 5 o'clock, just tell them you're with me.
Of course I will.
Yeah, and don't anybody else do that. There's only one spot. So I got to give that to Andrew because, he keeps me on the air every week.
So do I get to do the cannon as well? Do I get to shoot a hot dog?
Honestly, you know what? If you want to do that, I'll let you take my turn and let you do that. Because, how many times
I can't take your turn, but I could eat the hot dog.
No, you can. I'll let you shoot the hot dog gun. That's fine. I'm going to be busy visiting with folks. So if you want to shoot the hot dog gun, I'll have you do it in my stay. And, how many times you get to do that in your life, It's something you could tell your kids about. There was... I remember when I got to shoot the hot dog gun at the Cubs, kids. That was so awesome.
Yeah, that's going in the button bar.
You want to do a little, we got mail?
Mail time. Mail time. Wait, oh yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Wait, hey, Mr.
mail.
You've got mail.
I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. You've got mail.
Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me wanna wag my tail. When it comes, I wanna
All right, it's time for We Got Mail, brought to you by Darren Eilander, American Family Insurance in Ankeny. If you need a quote or you want to save some money, go see my buddy Darren Elvis Eilander over there in Ankeny, and he'll take great care of you. This week's question is from James Billingsley of Madison County. He wants to know, what is the best mineral for bedding areas? Honestly, James, I've been putting out Lick and Grow. That's made by Backwoods Attraction. And if you're using a mineral in your area, you got to be careful of a couple different things. One, do not put mineral out where you have any chance of hunting over it, because you cannot legally hunt over a mineral site in the state of Iowa. It's a no-no, so don't do that. I actually put it out in a sanctuary or a bedding area that I don't go anywhere near. I'm several hundred yards away from that, and we bow hunt everything, so that's well we're not going to be in danger of hunting over that. Another thing with the DNR regs, from my understanding with talking to DNR officials, you have to put that mineral out where it doesn't influence the travel of the deer. So in other words, you can't put it several hundred yards on one side of you and then hunt to where the deer are coming by you to get to that mineral. That would be considering influencing the travel of the deer. That would be a no-no as well. So you have to position that strategically where you're not going to be hunting anywhere around it, or you're going to be having deer come to it that's going to aid you in trying to hunt them. So just when you do that, put that out. Make sure where we put it, it's way out in the middle of the property. We don't go anywhere near it. We're hunting way away from that, and where we're hunting, the deer are not going to that to where we can get a shot. So try to set that up that way. But mineral is good. It helps with the overall health of the deer herd. It helps does with their lactation. It helps with them pass along nutrients to their fawns throughout the season, like right now. It also helps with bucks with their antler development. So mineral is beneficial, but just like I said, you need to be careful when you use it and stay within our good graces of the DNR. So anyway, great question, James, and you're going to get a work sharp sharpening system for being kind enough to do that. If you would like to try to win one of those, just go to outdoorsdan.com. You'll see a cartoon mailbox on my homepage. Just click on that. My email will pop up, and I just need you to send me a question. And if I read it here live on the air, you're going to get a brand new work sharpening system or something of that value just for doing that. And hey, just one entry per household, please. Want to make sure everybody gets a chance to try to win one throughout the year. So there you go. So we're out at the iCubs. If you're just tuning in, it's the Outdoors Day at the park. It's a celebration of everything, hunting, fishing, hiking, camping. First 500 folks through the door at 5:38 today is going to get a brand new work sharp sharpening system, or sharpener, a sharpener. And that thing's great for the tackle box or your hunting pack. You're going to love that. I'm always using mine in the field or on the water. And then we're going to have several great prizes to give away in the Hunter, what do you say, the bottom of the eighth? Yeah, bottom of the eighth inning tonight. We're going to give away a $1,000 Elite hunting bow. So that'll be your choice, left-handed or right-handed, and choice of color. And we got a Grizzly cooler, which who wouldn't want to win a Grizzly cooler? That stuff. If you haven't had a Grizzly cooler, Hunter, have you had a Grizzly cooler?
I have not.
Have you ever used a roto-molded cooler, a real high-end cooler? What's nice about these coolers, folks, you can put a bag of ice in there, and if you don't open the lid a couple times during the day, that will hold ice for 4 or 5 days. So is that not great? I mean, I actually, when I was elk hunting last year, we took our elk and we quartered it on the mountain, got it back to the lodge, and we put it in the cooler. By the time I got back to Iowa, I had ice and Arctic ice in there. My elk was froze. That's how well insulated they are to hold the cold. So if you want a great cooler, come on out and you might win one tonight here at the iCubs. It's a great, great prize. And then if that wasn't good enough, we got a $250 gift card to Sportsman's Warehouse. We also have coupons from Sportsman's to give away when you come and register at the table tonight. Andrew and I will be there manning that. We'll give you a Sportsman's Warehouse gift card to use when you go shopping. And when you leave tonight, the first 500 people through the gate when you leave is going to get a brand new Sportsman's camo hat. So we got a lot of swag to give you tonight. Plus, you get to see a ball game. That's a win-win-win, huh? That's all right. Hope the Cubs do good tonight. Let's go Cubbies. Let's see. I'm all caught up, I think. We're all caught up. Andrew, are we caught up?
Yep, we're good. We're actually moving along pretty smooth.
And we already got one break in, right?
That's correct.
All right, we'll see. I'm being efficient today. It's a miracle.
It's a miracle.
It is a miracle. Let me tell you about Herman's Fine Jewelers. Donnie and Frank, they've been helping folks in Central Iowa for over 29 years. They're located over at 2900 University in West Des Moines. Their phone number is 222-2600. If you got a special occasion coming up, if you're thinking about popping the question, they've got over 10,000 diamonds and mountings in stock. If you need something custom made, they can do custom made designs. They've got some great in-house designers. They also can do on-site jewelry repair. If you got something, if you got a necklace, the chain broke, or if your latch broke, or the hook, you don't have to just throw it away. Take it over to Herman's, and they can fix it for you. So you got your favorite thing to wear, and they'll do that. They've been helping Iowans for over 39 years. You'll see the difference when you walk through the door. They really appreciate their customers. Herman's Fine Jewelers, and if you have jewelry that you just don't wear anymore, say you inherited some stuff that you don't want to wear, you don't know what you're going to do with it, well, hey, you need a new trolling motor, you need some fishing gear, you need some arrows, broadheads, whatever. Go take it over to Herman's Fine Jewelers, and chances are you're going to get more for your treasure there than you will from somebody that's in a mall or just never been part of the community very long. Herman's Fine Jewelers, that's where I always go, and you'll see why once you walk through that door. It is 8:27 and some change. Let me hit one more quick break. When we come back, we'll see what Smokin' Joe Smelter's doing right here on 1350 ESPN.
Hi, this is Dr. Don Gilbert from New Life Counseling Services with offices in West Des Moines and Ankeny, Iowa. I know things can be tough in the world today. I see it every day. People dealing with relationship issues, parenting struggles, anxiety, depression, or folks just looking for a new direction or plan in their life. If you find yourself struggling and are looking for someone to help you find answers to a better relationship, a marriage, or just helping with everyday stress, please consider calling me at New Life. We offer a family-friendly, straightforward approach to helping you to get through the layers of stress that can be harmful to your health, relationships, and your work. The staff at New Life offer one-on-one sessions that get right to the heart of the matter. We work with you so you can discover better choices on how to handle the issues you might be dealing with in your life. When you're looking for someone to listen to you, we're here. Please consider calling us for a confidential appointment at New Life. 515-225-4006
quarter-size hail at the
or
house
964-5003 in Ankeny. Also find us 24/7 at newlifecounseling.com. We are here to help you when you need us.
In the mood for a great family treat or a special gift idea? Pop on over to the Lotta Pop store, located at 647 South Ankeny Boulevard at Ankeny. That's where you'll find over 30 fresh flavors of the most delicious Iowa-grown popcorn in the central Iowa area. You'll love the fresh pop flavors like caramel,
we've had enough bad weather for a while.
jalapeno cheddar, cheddar cheese, birthday cake, or patriotic mix, just to name a few. You'll find something for everyone at Lotta Pop in Ankeny. Harley and his crew can help you pick out the perfect variety pack, tin or gift package. Lotta Pop has everything you'll need from
I don't think so, Dave. I don't think my truck's done it. I haven't looked, to be honest with you, though. I gotta look.
Popcorn, especially when it's from Lotta Pop. It's the same
I hope not.
popcorn you'll
My
find at
poor
the Iowa
baby.
State Games,
I
locally
love my
grown
truck.
and popped to perfection. Lotta Pop can help with any special occasion, corporate events, and special fundraising for your school. For more information, contact Lotta Pop at 515-262-3243 or go online at lottapop.com. Lotta Pop, great tasting popcorn from
There
Iowa.
was a time I could probably hit that wall or maybe get over it, but
If bow hunting or
I
archery
doubt
is
if I
your
could even
passion,
get close to
get
that
to
anymore. I'm
Archery
getting
Field
old.
and Sports in Altoona and see what's new in your sport. Archery Field and
I used to be
Sports
really
has been
good at
helping
softball.
archers and bow hunters for generations. They have
But
the
we had
experience to
we had
help
them
you with your
titanium
purchase
bats back
and
then.
help you reach your goals.
Then they outlawed
Archery
them.
Field and Sports carries archery gear from
Man, you could
Matthews,
whack
Hoyt,
that ball with them
Bowtech,
titanium
and Bear,
bats.
plus all the top extras and accessories you'll ever need. Mark and his staff are trained on all the latest tuning and setup techniques and are experts at personally fitting
Doesn't
you
look that far
to the
from up
bow
here, but
you
it's
want.
out there, isn't it?
They also have a 40-yard indoor range that will help you with getting sighted in. Archery Field and Sports has leagues and personal training sessions available for you to train for the upcoming seasons that'll help you fill your tags.
Yeah, I used to play those Fisher Speed pitch games and stuff. We used to be able to crank it up about 80,
Altoona.
70,
Open
75,
Tuesday through
80.
Sunday with
Now I'm
leagues during
lucky
the
if I
week.
hit
For
450.
more information, go to archeryfield.com or call 515-265-6500.
When you go big game hunting, do you
Amazing.
go the
In my
extra
mind,
step
I'm
and
still
try to stay
29,
undetected and lethal?
but the old body,
Lethal
man, it's like,
Products can help
you ain't
you do
29.
that every trip. It starts by washing your clothes with the Lethal Products scent-free detergents, providing a layer of protection
I
to
remember
avoid
my
your
dad telling
noses.
me that. He
The
goes,
next step is taking a
in my
scent-free
head,
shower
I'm still young,
using Lethal
but
shampoo and body wash and
now I
deodorant.
freak.
Then spraying down when you get to your hunting area with Lethal Products field and dirt cover sprays. If you do this system, your encounters will go
Just
way up
appreciate
while
it while
hunting
you
big
got
game,
it.
keeping your stink to a minimum. Lethal Products
Man, I
also
can't
feature
believe I'm
field body
57 now.
wipes
It's
that you
just-
can use to
it's
wipe down after
God, where'd
walking into
time
the tree
go?
on warmer days or emergencies in the field. Lethal Products also provides protection from little pests like ticks and mosquitoes with their bug and tick repellent. Lethal Products is a hunting system.
I'm just glad we're back. Everything's
For more
open.
information on Lethal Products, just go to lethalproducts.com. That's
Compared to where we were last
lethalproducts.com.
year, we're so
Or
lucky.
Archery Field and Sports in Altoona. Lethal Products will help you be lethal in the field.
Hey America, when you barbecue, cookies is the one. Lots of flavor.
Everybody was so panicked last year, and it was not good.
Lots of fun. Hey America, when you barbecue, try Cookies barbecue sauce for a treat. Cookies barbecue sauce is the barbecue sauce America loves to
The concerts are back out now. I mean, it's pretty much wide open now.
Is Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
Feeling alright when the
Harley, I don't see anybody fishing yet, bud.
over the water.
All right, welcome back to Waking Up the Outdoors at Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday. Thank you so much for making us part of your weekend here on ESPN Radio. We appreciate that. Hunter's here keeping us on location. Thanks to Hunter for coming out, getting up so early to come out and do the broadcast for us. We appreciate Hunter doing that. Andrew is back at the station, manning the controls, keeping us on the air on that end. So anyway, hey, I think this new live stream stuff that we got going on, Andrew, we got a lot of good compliments on it. I think everybody's happy with it.
Well, good. That's exactly what we were aiming for.
Yeah, and I mean, when we tried the other deal, the audio was off like 10 seconds. It was not good. So this one's spot on, though. So
again, that's exactly what we want. Hopefully it keeps that way.
Yeah, hopefully. So we're good. So, and I remember my charger today, so we're not going to lose the feed a half an hour early. So
there you go. See, you're learning.
Yeah, I had to write it down. I had sticky notes everywhere. Bring your charger, stupid, you big dummy. So we'll see what's going on. Yeah, thanks, Fred. I appreciate that. Hey, you know what's really cool on this too? I got actually sound effects on here that I can play on the live stream. Like I got
The Force will be with you, always.
I got Obi-Wan Kenobi right here, man. So when I talk about Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi Yankee, I can actually hit Obi-Wan on my end too. How about that?
The Force will be with you, always.
We got dueling Obi-Wans now. So how about that when we talk about advanced family dentistry? Hunter, did you know my dentist is a Jedi dentist?
No.
Do you have a dentist?
I do.
Is he a Jedi dentist? Or her?
I don't know.
Squirrel. No? I'm telling you. See, I'm a big baby. So when I first started going to advanced family dentistry over in Ankeny, Dr. Scott Yagi is my dentist, but it's Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi because he's a Jedi, and all he does is when he comes into the room, he puts his hand on your shoulder, and he uses the Force to calm you down. So you don't have to worry about that, the anticipation of getting a cavity or a crown. Or have you had a crown yet?
No.
Oh, you got so much to look forward to, and when you get older, Hunter. When have you had a cavity filled? Where they numb you up. You haven't had a cavity either. Hunter's doing awesome. See, Hunter brushes his teeth apparently, so he brushes and flosses. But Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi, since he's a Jedi dentist, he uses the Force. So I don't feel any pain or discomfort or anything like that. And what's nice about that, they've got 4 great dentists there. Now he's the only Jedi though. Dr. TJ's he's like Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi's Padawan. He's learning. Dr. Brandt is a master Jedi. And then you have Dr. Stewart. So they all do great jobs over there. They can handle any kind of dental need. They can even give you the smile you always wanted with the Invisalign. But do you know what they say when you go to Advanced Family Dentistry over at 907 North Ankeny Boulevard? They say, may the floss be with you. That's what they say, Hunter. May the floss be with you.
Makes sense.
Now, isn't that catchy? I mean, come on. I'm telling you, may the floss be with you. It's good. So go see Advanced Family Dentistry. They'll take great care of you. Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi. Tell him Outdoors Dan sent you. He always likes hearing that. And Dr. TJ and everybody over there, and Stewie and everybody, thanks for all the support. They really going back to the Beast Feast. Dr. Yagi actually did some stuff for the Beast Feast. So we really appreciate all the fine help over there with our friends. Speaking of help, did we get Smeltzer online?
Yes, we did.
Are you there, little buddy?
I've been waiting patiently for my arrival.
Have you been waiting patiently?
Yeah. I've been talking to Andrew, and I want to make sure you're giving him some credit for taking care of the office. So while you're away again.
I did. I told everybody, he was keeping us on the air. I try to be gracious about that stuff.
It's a lot more clear too, just so you know.
Is it clear?
Yeah, I can hear you much better than any other time.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, that's because Hunter's taking care of this on the transmitting side on this side.
There it is.
Yeah, so maybe Hunter needs to help Andrew.
There you go. We almost got there.
Yeah. So what are you doing? I drove by during the storm yesterday. Wasn't that beautiful? That was lovely.
Oh, that was amazing. Yeah, we escaped barely, so that was nice.
Yeah. You didn't get any hail damage over there? No.
No hail. I heard there was a ton out west, out by Polk City and Johnson and Grimes and Granger areas. So we escaped it, which would have been. Well, granted, we don't have any cars here, so if there's a time that it's going to hail, I mean, bring it on, I guess. But
now, that's the first time I think in 20-something years of broadcasting I had a car person tell me, "Well, I'm glad we didn't have any cars on the lot."
Yeah, that's the one benefit, I guess. I mean, we actually have more now than we've ever had. I think we're up to like 20 or 22 right now. So
yeah,
and I have 5 trucks here, so that's baby steps, right, Dan?
Yeah. Hey, it's all coming together. If anybody's going to get some trucks, it's going to be Carl's.
Yep. Someday we'll get some.
Yeah. So I know you and I talked about now's the time to order your truck. Just call you and say, I want to order a truck, because you can get everything just like you want it now. What's the turnaround time if someone wants to buy a vehicle?
It can kind of be tricky, so it depends on the type of vehicle, too, because some of them are built south of the border and some of them are built, in the States, too. It's a little easier to get on the ones in the States because they're not going on train up to a transportation shipping yard and then coming here on a truck. So it's a struggle, too, on options. So, I mean, if you're looking for some really higher-end options, I mean, it could be 4 to 5 months before I get something potentially. But if you're wanting like a Traverse, those are pretty easy to get. I can get those in probably about 10 to 12 weeks, which is pretty the common turnaround for a vehicle like that. Tahoes and Suburbans are a little tougher too, because they're not a mass production type of vehicle. So we can still do some ordering. We can still order, most of the options that you may want, but a little bit more time down the road, we'll be able to order a lot more and get every option you can get. So.
All right. Well,
it's still tough to get a little everything.
Someone's looking for a new vehicle. Don't get frustrated if you can't find one on a lot. Just call Joe over at Carl's, and he can order one for you, and he'll take great care of you. And hey, if you got a used car, now's the time to trade, because you're going to get way more for your money than you ever have before.
Way more, yeah. And we have, if you're looking for used cars too, I mean, we have 4 lots to work with. So I mean, if I don't have something necessarily here on my Ankeny store, I can go to my one other 3 lots that we have and find something for you. So, I mean, we have a lot of sources to work with, and we can definitely find you something that makes sense for you.
All right. Well, tell them where they can find you.
I'll be here till 6 today, and I'm at 1101 Southeast Orlabor at The Rock.
All right, Smoking Joe. Thank you, buddy.
See you, buddy. Have a good one.
You too. Thanks, man. There goes Smoking Joe Smeltzer. So, Andrew, where are we at? We got 2 breaks in. We only have to take one more break, right?
Yeah, one more big break. That's it.
So we got time. So I had a bunch of questions about trail cameras this week, and I just a lot of people are getting ready to start getting their trail cameras out. They haven't gotten them out yet. I've been asked about rechargeable batteries. I've been asked about lithium batteries or alkalines. The best thing I can tell you to do is every camera is going to act or react differently to a battery. I mean, this brand A might be not as good as brand B. Just honestly, I think lithiums are, from everything that I've ever done, lithiums usually last the longest in the cameras. I'm using the Tacticam Reveals right now myself. But even in the cameras that I used prior to moving over to Tacticam last year, my lithiums were always getting me about 5-6 months of the usage. Now, a lot of that's going to depend if you got it on video mode or how many pictures you're actually getting. But historically, lithium batteries has always been the best for me. Rechargeables, I just moved over to rechargeables last year, and if you got a camera that's got a solar panel adapter where you can plug that in, rechargeables is a great way to go. You can fully charge those things, put a solar panel connector on there, and that'll last you for a long, long, long time. You might not even have to change throughout the season, as long as you got enough sunlight and you're letting that solar charge back up and stuff. But every camera, again, is going to be just a little bit different, so you're going to have to just experiment with it and see what setting works the best. Hi, Wayne Gilman. Good to see you, buddy. And I apologize to everybody on Facebook Live that I haven't said hi to. Jerry Hall, Mudcat, Wade, Richard, Jim, let's see, Josh, Charles, Gail. Thanks to Michael, everybody. We got a lot of people watching us right now, so thanks to everybody for doing that. Appreciate you being on the live stream with us. We always appreciate you listening in. So just, whatever options, you like to do. I'm not running video. I do have video settings on mine. I've got mine set up on a 15 to 20 second delay, depending on what farm I've got. One farm, I think it's at 10 seconds, and then the other one's like 15, and then one's 30. Because they're just 2 different scenarios. I got one that's on a pinch point. So I've got a little bit wider angle, so I've got more room for that animal to come in and hit that mock scrape and then move on. So I've got that on the 30, and then I've got another area that's a tighter spot. So I've got that on a 15-second delay. The longer delayed you have, the longer your battery life is going to go. If you have no delay whatsoever, or if you're doing a 3-picture burst, then that's going to eat up a little bit more battery faster. So it just depends on your settings. You have to play with them and see how that goes. So anyway, I hope that answers your question for you. I want to thank the fine folks over at Jones Brothers Taxidermy. I talked to Dave. My elk is all done that I got on the TV show last year in Colorado. I can't wait to get my elk home. Dave and Harv, they do a wonderful job. I don't thank them enough as I should. They're over in Mitchellville. Dave's retired now, so he's got way more time to do taxidermy work than ever before. So now if you have something that you got and you want to get a memory made, Dave, I would send you over there. He's been doing my mounts, oh my gosh, I want to say 15, 16 years. He's done my bears, he's done my deer, this will be my second elk he's done. He did my javelina. If you have a mount that you want to get done, his number is 515-249-4362. And they'll take good care of you over there. So, Andrew, what else you do? So you're going to be at the ballpark at 5 today? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, I'm there.
Are you bringing food? Are you bringing a cooler full of? Well, we probably can't do that because they sell stuff here. So we probably can't.
I was going to say that may be frowned upon.
Yeah, we probably can't do that, can we? So I don't know. What do you? So I guess we're gonna have. What do we? Or are you gonna have? A hot dog, steak sandwich? What are you doing tonight?
Well, I got to do a hot dog, got to do at least a couple of those. Obviously get some fries in as well. Make it a well-rounded meal.
Did you say some fries?
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly some fries. So, yeah. No bag of peanuts tonight?
Oh, that's like towards the end.
Oh, is that towards the end there?
Well, yeah, you got to space things out. It's a marathon.
Yeah. I don't want to jinx anything, but the sun's actually popping out.
It is. If it
Yeah.
can stay this way.
Man, wouldn't it be nice if we stayed just nice and sunny the rest of the day? Wouldn't that be awesome, folks? Huh?
Now cut that out.
I'm telling you, that'd be awesome. All right, it's 8:44 and some change. Let me hit one more break, and we'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. We are broadcasting live at Principal Park for the big outdoors day at the iCubs. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, Jackie Bushman here with Buckmasters. When it comes to food plot seed and deer feed, the Mississippi-based Backwoods Attractions product line has you covered. From their food plot blends like Trophy Acre, Lazy Acre, Clover Deluxe, and the popular Dixie Six, to their attractants like Game Changer, Sweet Stuff, and Buck Robber. The best way to put it is, if you're not using Backwoods Attraction products, you better hope your neighbor isn't either. From small to large acreage, Backwoods Attraction has the feed and seed perfect for your hunting property. So do yourself a favor and swing by and support your local co-op or farm supply store and ask for Backwoods Attraction to set yourself up for a successful fall.
Hey, are tools part of your life? Whether you're a professional trade person or a weekend warrior trying to work on your project,
Andrew, how many tickets do we have left?
do the job right the first time. You have a partner waiting to help you Monday through Saturday. That's Bob's Tools on Army Post Road. Bob's Tools on Army Post Road has been helping professionals and handy people do the job right since 1981.
Okay.
They stock quality tools like DeWalt, Milwaukee, Hitachi, and Occidental Leathers to carry them in as well. Bob's Tools also has quality people working every day with the product knowledge to help you complete your job.
Okay,
Bob's Tools
I'll give
also
away
stocks
7 pairs
Vice's
then.
air compressors, automotive specialty,
And then what I'll
pneumatic
probably
tools
do
every
too,
day
if whatever
to
we don't
help
give
you
away on
complete
the
your
air here at the
projects.
end,
Bob's
I'll
Tools
hang
is
around for a
located
little
at
bit outside,
1493
and I'll
East
just
Army
tell
Post
them to
Road
come by
and is
and
open Monday
I'll
through
give you
Saturday
tickets
to
for that,
serve
too.
you. Call them anytime
What
at
time's the ticket booth open?
515-287-7542 for help or questions. 515-287-7542.
So if they come here, can I just have them walk over and get tickets off of that?
Stock all the time.
Taping your own hunts is an exciting way to capture the moment. Fourth Arrow camera arms can help you video easier in the
Or
field.
do I need to email
They're
them in?
extremely lightweight, durable, and easy to pack.
Okay,
Their
all right.
patented
I'll
shoulder
just,
system is
if they
also
meet me over
very
here, I'll just get their
adaptable to any
emails.
tree or
And as
ground
long as you
light
have their
setup.
email,
The bases
they can
are
pick them up
affordable
tonight,
and
right?
easy to set up for various wind directions.
Okay, thanks, Ian.
Multiple camera arms are available, including the Stiff Arm,
Okay,
Stiff
thanks,
Arm
Andrew.
Pro, and Stiff Arm Elite.
Bye-bye.
They're made of high-quality aluminum or carbon, depending on what you choose.
All right, we can give away 7 pairs of tickets, Andrew, if you want to do that. Let's see if we can give away, and then whatever we have left, I'm going to hang around for 15, 20 minutes. And if anybody comes by the ballpark, I'll give them away there.
Custom pick your setups with Fourth Arrow camera
tickets, by the
arms.
way.
If
You
you're
what?
looking to tape your hunts this season, check out Fourth Arrow camera arms.
I can't hear you.
Outdoors Dan approved for the field for great.
Yeah, what did you say?
Are you getting ready for hunting season? Well,
How much are tickets, do you know? Because I want to get some for Kayla.
One thing after you've harvested that deer or wild game, where are you going to take it? Well, I have an answer. The Milo Locker in Milo, Iowa. The Milo Locker has been processing
I honestly don't know
wild
the
game
price,
and general
man.
locker animals for over
So
15
how many do you want?
years.
How many do you want to get for
Daryl and
Kayla?
Angie are the owners, and they take great pride in the fact that they do everyone's
Andrew?
order the way the customer wants it.
How many?
You can have your deer, moose,
For
elk, or
Kayla
even bear
and
processed
a
and
3-year-old
hand-wrapped
and an
cut to
infant,
your
which is probably as many.
specifications. If you
Okay,
like
well
tasty
just
snacks,
put
Daryl does a
your
great
email
job
and
making
send that to
snack
Andrew
sticks, summer
to cover
sausage,
what you
and
need.
jerky with all sorts of cheese
thank
and
you.
spice
Okay.
combinations.
So
They
we'll
do
give
a
away
ton of
what is
deer
that?
each
5
year
pairs
at Milo
left?
Locker, and they do each order like it was their
believe
own.
so.
So if you get
5 or
lucky
6.
this year and need
You don't need a
locker,
ticket for
try the
your
Milo
infant,
Locker.
do you?
Check them out today,
Probably
or
not,
just give them
no.
a call at
So you just need 2 tickets, right?
641-942-6231.
That's correct.
So we can give away
And you're
6
on your
pairs.
way to some great
Yeah.
eating.
Okay.
Let's
All right.
talk about
Let's do
a
that.
story. An
Morning,
Iowa
Susan.
story about a dream
How are you
that
this
took
morning?
several
Good to
years
see you.
come true in Osceola, Iowa. It's the story of Revelton Distilling Company.
We'll get back
These
right
fine
about
distilled whiskeys, gins, and
49:30,
vodkas
and then you'll
were born
have the
from
rest
the
of the way
labor of
until
Bob and Christina
57:50.
Taylor.
All
It's
right. You want to do
amazing
trivia?
hearing the
Just hit
customers'
trivia.
descriptions of how unique
All
each
right, I'll do
bottle
that.
looks and how each spirit tastes and satisfies with every sip. From the honey whiskey to the whiskey and cream, or the robust mulberry gin, American gin, or vodkas. Revelton Distilling visitors can't believe the flavor profiles the mixologists are creating at the distillery every day. Revelton Distillery is open Wednesday through Sunday in Osceola. They're located at 1400 West Clay Street, right off I-35. Revelton Distillery fine spirits are also available at your local grocery and other retailers around Iowa. Please check them out online at ReveltonDistillery.com or visit them at the distillery. If it's time to celebrate or just time to sit back and unwind, well, then it's time for a Revelton moment.
That big buck has eluded you for seasons. You see his scrape lines, but just can't figure him out. Have you heard of Pure Whitetail? Pure Whitetail can help you see more deer and target that buck that haunts you. Pure Whitetail has some of the best deer scents you can rely on to work scrape lines or build mock scrapes that will help you see more deer. Pure Whitetail's natural and synthetic products are developed straight off their farm. Scents like Bedded Up, Fixation, and Power Shot, to name a few. Scents are available in powder and liquid form to last longer on hanging branches or scrapes. Try the White Lightning Ester scent. It's a proven scent that bucks can't resist. Pure Whitetail is more than scents. It's a community of hunters that are family. Just go to purewhitetail.com and check out all they have to offer. Scents, hunting gear, seed, grilling sauces, coffee, apparel, field staff opportunities, and family. Want to be more successful in the field? Go to purewhitetail.com or look them up on Facebook. If you love to hunt, join the Pure Whitetail family today.
You're listening to Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, that sound can mean only one thing. The most anticipated underrated trivia game in the United States, the Outdoors Dan Trivia Challenge, is up on deck. If you haven't won anything in the last 30 days, you can light them up, 244-1350, 244-1350. And we're going to give away some Cubs tickets if you want to come to the game tonight. We can do that. I've got 6 pairs of tickets to give away, and I can't read that on the air. That's not nice. That's funny. Just give Andrew a holler, and we'll get you on the air, and Andrew will tell me you're on there, and we will email your tickets to you after the show's over. So you'll have your tickets with you, and either, and hey, if we do perchance get rained out tonight, which hopefully we won't, those will still be good for another date, so you don't lose anything. So 244-1350, and Andrew will tell me when we got some folks on the line. So,
And we got someone here ready to go for you.
Oh, we do? Well, who we got?
We got Terry Seitz. He's ready for you.
Well, let's go say hi. Good morning to Terry. Hi, Terry.
Hi, how you doing, Dan?
We're good. What are you up to today?
Oh, not much. Just getting some yard work done before it rains.
Well, I hear it. Don't say that R word. Yeah, we don't want any more of that R word. We need it, but let's wait till after the game tonight.
All right.
There you go. You want to go to the game tonight?
I am busy tonight.
Okay. Well, I've got tickets for tonight. You want to call me back next week when we got something else?
Yes, I will.
All right, Terry. Thanks for listening, buddy. We appreciate you.
You bet.
Thank you. All right. If you want to go to the game tonight, 244-1350, 244-1350. Next week we'll be back to regular trivia, so you hang in there for all my other friends out there. Andrew, any takers? He's on the phone. I can tell he's on the phone. So, all right. I'm just going to wait for Andrew. Hunter's over there patiently waiting. 2 hours went quick, didn't it, Hunter?
Sure did.
I'm telling you. Fastest show on radio, man. It's crazy. Hey, there's actually, I bet you that's a player. There's actually somebody walking across the field right now. I don't know what they're doing. I'll give you the play-by-play. He's at second. He's in the second base shortstop position. He's gradually. Oh, there's another person. I don't think they're players. I think they're part of the grounds crew.
They're pulling the tarp off.
Yeah. Oh, they're pulling the tarp. That's a good sign. If they're pulling the tarp, that means that's good things heading our way. He's coming from the center field position, folks. He's gradually walking in. He's coming to the corner.
Hey, by the way, we also have good news as a caller.
Yeah.
He's ready for you.
Oh, we do. Who we waiting on?
The one and only Dave.
Dave. Well, let's go say hi to Dave. Good morning, Dave.
Morning, Dan.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
All right. You want to go to the game tonight?
I sure will do.
All right. You got 2 tickets to the game tonight. So just give Andrew your email, and we'll email those out. All right?
You bet. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate you tuning in. So there you go. All right. So, hey, I'm going to be hanging around. If you're downtown at the farmer's market or if you're in the vicinity, just come out to Principal Park by the store. I'll hang around for about 20 minutes if you want to come out, and if you like, I will give you tickets, and you can make it to the game tonight. There's Andrew. I see Andrew Quillen. Andrew's approaching the plate. He's dusting off his shoes. He's grabbing the tarp pin. He's now booking over to third base. He's walking. He's doing fast. I think he's going to make it. Hunter, I think he's going to make it.
I think he is. He's a busy guy.
Why are you not a play-by-play announcer?
Because I'm just not that talented.
You should be a play-by-play announcer.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, he's good on those pens, man. He's whiffing those pens out pretty quick. He's done this before. He's done this before. That's awesome. If they're pulling the tarp, I got good feelings coming my way. I'm telling you. I think.
Well, you should keep thinking warm, clear sky.
Yeah, I'm thinking 73 degrees and sunny. I think that would be ideal for the game.
So a little clouds thrown in, but not too many.
Yeah, just a hair, you know. So just so we can get at least if we get to the 7th or 8th inning, and get all the prizes out and have folks come out. So hey, doors open up at 5:38. Gates are open. You can come on in. There's going to be folks here from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources for you to talk to. Andrew and I will be here, and it's going to be a lot of fun tonight. So hopefully you pack the kids up, bring them on down, grab a hot dog, some lemonade. Hey, I got to say one thing. I just found out about this a couple weeks ago. There is a vendor here. It's called Stu's Barbecue, and it's owned by a guy by the name of David Ladd. David's a super nice guy, and I just found out his partner Dixie passed away a couple years ago, and I did not know that. She was one of the nicest folks I've ever met in my life, and I don't know what happened. I didn't want to be rude and ask, but God bless you, Dix. I hope you're doing well upstairs, and I know you're in heaven because you were just a very, very, very nice person. So was very sad to hear that. But if you get a chance, if you come out to the ballpark, or if you go over to see the folks at the hockey at the arena, make sure you get a Stu's lemonade. Andrew, last time Andrew and I went to over there to the game. I had to buy Andrew 2 of them because they were that good. You wolfed those things down there, Andrew boy.
Oh my gosh, it was like liquid gold.
I'm telling you, that's all right. So, anyway, but Dave's got a stand over here and at the hockey games downtown. So, it's always nice to support good people, and we really appreciate them. So, all right, man, I can't believe it, but we're out of here. This hour went quick. I want to thank Dr. Grant Woods for coming on. That was a great interview. If you missed that, please go back and listen to the podcast of the radio show. If you're into deer hunting, if you're into any kind of upland hunting, and want to make sure that you're doing habitat, and I learned a lot in that interview. Hopefully you'll enjoy that as well. So thanks to Dr. Grant Woods for coming on, and I appreciate everybody else that popped on. Andrew Quillen, thanks for the iCubs having us out here today for the show. Thanks to Hunter for keeping us on the air from the radio station, and Andrew there at the station. Until next week, you all be good to one another. We're all in it together, and we'll see you right here tonight at the Principal Park at 5:38. Gates open. Game time 7:08. Until then, God bless everybody. See you next week. Bye!
Everyone that goes outdoors
all right,
needs
we clear,
a good
bud?
partner. One partner that is very important is a good
We're
knife.
clear. All right, I'll see you tonight, Andrew. Thank you, man.
Every outdoor situation,
Thank you, buddy.
whether you're into hunting, fishing.
All right, everybody, that's it. We got it in. Hey, Neil Sanders, I'll see you tonight, buddy. Thank you very much. If you need anything, just go to outdoorsdan.com or hit me up here on Facebook. Until I see you next time, God bless you, and you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you, and thanks for being part of the radio show. Thanks, everybody.
Try an RBK skinning knife. This knife allows you to change